Hello, and welcome back to Quantum Break. I found it. Kind of glad I died last time. It's right here. That's it, right? There we go. That was the last one. I would have missed it. Then I would have had to replay the level all over again, looking for it, which would suck. Okay. Now, we need to figure out how to fight this guy.
Last chance to walk away, Joyce.
Who the hell? Liam Burke, dude. He's a crazy man. Why is there a backpack out here if the cutscene starts here? Right? Hey, bud, how you doing?
Rick. Look, you have to realize you're not going to keep me from the CFR. You don't look like you're in any shape for this. Have it your way. Of course he's got fucking things.
Can I just can I break it or what? No, you don't. It's sparking. Is that good? I guess you just fight him. Okay. That was it? Dude, seriously?
Don't do it, man. Just stay down.
Fuck you. I've got too much writing on this. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, neither are you. Well, he's alive. That was anticlimactic compared to last time when he killed my ass. Oh, it's just off now. Oh, okay. Yeah, why is that out there? That's so weird, man. We're so close.
They'd stockpiled all the chronon particles from Ground Zero to keep the lifeboat running.
Enough to hopefully last until a proper solution was discovered.
Everyone, please be advised that we are now at a point where lifeboat activation may occur. Accordingly, I've ensured that preparations are underway for activation. As a part of that, what chronon particle stores still remain at the Ground Zero harvesting operation are being moved to the headquarters and placed into the master chronon particle repository, ready to be placed under the CFR's control. Please be aware that what we have managed to accumulate until this point is very likely to be all the chronon particles we ever have access to. Due to the Fracture's efforts on the Mayor Joyce field, the Ground Zero anomaly is showing definitive signs of weakening. It was definite. There's something wrong with my head and seeing words. As a result, the chronon particle yields decrease drastically and will soon drop to baseline. While we will obviously contain more traditional chronon particle harvesting operations in order to maximize our stockpile, we all need to recognize that sourcing them outside of Ground Zero conditions is extremely inefficient. Or, in plain terms, unless we find another source of chronon particles, and I don't believe we will, what we have now is all we will ever have. Please be aware that all use of chronon technology eats into our limited resources, and while we of course recognize that we need to have our strikers and other soldiers operate in stutters, each operation undertaken will eat away at our stockpile, and in very real terms cost us days of lifeboat runtime. Accordingly, we have to plan all use of this technology closely and choose our battles carefully. That said, we should also realize that ongoing situation with Jack Joyce constitutes an emergency and will most likely require unconventional chronon particle investments. Just the same, we should be aware of the cost. I expect to see a projected chronon particle consumption rates for these foreseeable future and simulations of how long our stockpiles will last, adjusted for all of these scenarios we have discussed. See our latest meeting notes in our next Monday meeting, Sophia Amaral. Gotta make sure we have enough gas.
Seeing that face put it into perspective. They were all misled, manipulated to believing they were doing what was right, what was necessary.
Liam Burke made his choice.
Liam Burke was an unnecessary casualty, one of way too many.
Yeah. There was no... I mean, he's not dead
The
right
lifeboat
now, so...
revolved around the countermeasure. He knew Will would try to take it back. That's why he was killed. He knew I'd try to do the same eventually.
Clearly, he was right.
People. Because there seems to be a certain lack of clarity about when it's appropriate for someone to enter the CFR chamber and mess with the chronon field regulator, and because I just had to fire Kevin Janeway because he did that exact thing, let me remind you of the approved CFR procedure. You do not touch the CFR. Period. I may touch the CFR because I'm the lead technician in charge of it. Dr. Sophia Merrill may touch the CFR because she's our head of research and she knows what she's doing. Mr. Paul Serene may touch the CFR because he's Paul fucking Serene and it's his CFR. Nobody else touches the CFR. On occasion, some enormously lucky individual who have been personally trained by me and are proven to be very, very dependable and incredibly good at their jobs, who don't have a track record of trying to enter the CFR chamber like paint-huffing imbeciles because they just wanted to take a closer look at it, and who have remembered to bribe the lead technician in charge of the CFR with Tom Waits tickets, may be given written instruction to perform specific procedures on the CFR. That is a hell of a sentence. That will be a great honor and a sign of significant degree of trust, and those people should be accorded all professional respect and appropriate degree of brown-nosing and or passive-aggressive displays of envy by their peers. Or, to put it another way, you do not touch the CFR unless you want to join Kevin in the how to stop being an arrogant dumb shit who jeopardized the only hope of a future for the entire human race because his mansplaining ass thought that what the CFR really needed was a random dude who knew better. Self-improvement course down at the unemployment office, which I'm sure is where we will all be. We all believe he was escorted to by those armed men. There are no exceptions to this. The entire lifeboat protocol depends on the CFR being present, properly connected, and functioning normally. You do not want to jeopardize this. This is bigger than any of us, and we are not here to fuck around. Lauren McStevenson, lead CFR tech. Okay, there's mansplaining, and then there's also splaining, which is what you're kind of do. You know, being a dick about it. Just because he touched it doesn't mean everybody else is gonna get sticky fingers all of a sudden. Like, damn, lady. Yeah, it's floating there. That's weird. I guess it got knocked off during our fight. Alright, dude, hopefully we can save your ass, but right now, I need the CFR.
Fiona, I'm at the CFR chamber. Door's locked.
That's way above my access level. But since my friend disabled security earlier, I should be able to do this. Listen, I don't really know what the plan is, but it's all up to you now. Good luck.
It was like walking into a shrine.
Whoa.
This was their holy relic.
Is that Hatch?
There'd been some kind of
No,
struggle in the
Wincott.
chamber.
Yeah, Hatch
I
killed
didn't know the
him.
details. Somebody cleaned it up.
A man named Charlie Wincott. I believe he chose to take a stand. Unfortunately, it ended badly for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, It seems to be that kind of work environment.
Yeah, it kind of does. Try to do the right thing, get shot in the head. Then again, it was a shifter that shot him in the head, to be fair. Personal notes on the CFR. Alright. From Dr. Henry Kim, really? This thing feels like a conundrum wrapped in a puzzle. It's an incredible piece of technology, and I feel like we're only scratching the surface of what it can do. We have already learned so much. I thought I had a good understanding of the intricacies of chronon particles and their practical applications before, and now I realize that I've still got a great deal to learn. The chronon field regulator, as I've decided to call it, is a little miracle. How such a small device can do so much is beyond me. I know it taps into the Mayer-Joyce field, but I don't know how. My experiments just show it can do it. It can also manipulate the field. I wish I knew how. Still, the mechanics of its operation give me ideas, new avenues of thought I've been trying to find for such a long time. The task that I've been set by Mr. Serene has frankly stumped me for years. Knowing that what we observe as the passage of time is just the result of chronon particles being constantly generated within the Mayer-Joyce field is a simple fact that I've been aware of for a long time. But being able to manipulate those particles in a meaningful way, well, that's another question. The mechanics of this situation are clear, almost frustratingly so. In a zero-state environment, there are no chronon particles, and thus time is frozen. The idea of artificially flooding an area with chronon particles to enable the passage of time is the obvious solution, but actually finding a way of doing that, that's something else. Not only are chronon particles incredibly difficult to source, so obtaining enough to actually stutter-proof an area for any time longer than a fraction of a second has always seemed impossible. Perhaps even more importantly, the mechanism of manipulating the particles in a way that would actually allow me to define a certain volume of space as stutter-proofed has constantly eluded me. Well, Ground Zero has solved the former problem for us. We're almost up and running, and very soon we will have the ability to harvest chronon particles at useful rates. We'll be able to build a truly formidable stockpile of them in the years to come. As for the latter problem, manipulating the chronon particles, that seems to be something the CFR does with ease. Its ability to tap into the Mayer-Joyce field and effect changes in its topology is exactly what I need. Unfortunately, I don't know how to use it. I don't have a clue, and I don't know how to effectively control these effects. But my research into the particle effects of its operation has given me ideas for a different kind of chronon technology that works on a somewhat similar principle, except instead of tapping into the Mayer-Joyce field, it generates a similar localized field of its own, an artificial chronon particle field. And within that field, we can manipulate chronon particles at will. This means that we should be able to create stutter-proofing technology, allowing us to shield a certain area from the effects of zero state, and I believe I will be able to miniaturize the technology to allow for personalized devices within the same effect. Almost like an environmental suit of sorts, with a harness the user would wear to create a chronon field around the body. There are still many challenges here, one of which is that any significant volume of stutter-proofed space will incur an unacceptably high drain of chronon particles, which are a decidedly limited resource. Obviously, with the lifeboat protocol requiring a large stutter-proofed area that we can maintain for years, quite possibly decades, this is a critical issue we have to solve. And Mr. Serene has made that quite clear to me. Frankly, even with Mr. Hatch backing me, the thought of disappointing Serene over this makes me quite anxious. I understand his concerns, and they are, of course, entirely founded, but the man's intensity is unnerving. In any case, I'm hopeful that I will figure out this problem soon. I'm hoping to be able to use the CFR itself to regulate the flow of chronon particles. Given its nature, I suspect it might be eminently suitable for such a role in the lifeboat project and cut down our chronon consumption rate by a great margin. My control over the CFR is limited, but this seems to be a very basic functionality for it, so I'm optimistic that I can do it. I'm still looking into it, one thing at a time. We've already made great progress, and I will say that Mr. Serene's been quite complimentary with these successes, so I think he'll give us the time we need. Well, it's not like he has a lot of choice in the matter. I'll be honest, the CFR is becoming a bit of an obsession for me. I wish I could sit down and have that conversation and just ask those questions. How did he build it? What it's actually for? But I've been denied the opportunity. A part of me wants to open the CFR up and get to the bottom of it, but the potential consequences terrify me. We've already seen what it can do if unleashed. Even worse, there's the possibility that I couldn't put it back together, and just the idea of making a mistake like that is a positively bowel-liquefying thought. Having to explain that to Mr. Serene, no thank you. I'm wondering if he finally did open it up and that's why he's a shifter now. So as it is, I have only dared to open up a bit of the casing to get a rough idea of some of the engineering inside. It's amazing work, and it has certainly been a lesson in humility for me. I still have a lot to learn, but I'm a very fast learner, and this has to be the most important work anyone has ever engaged in the history of humanity. If we succeed in our mission, the world will not soon forget the name of Dr. Henry Kim. I don't know about that, man. Seems like there's other people that were much more important. Charlie Whitcott, Data Samurai. Oh my fucking god, dude. Because, you know, they came up with it first. You're just leeching off of them. I guess that's it. It's time to get the CFR. What am I looking at? 96. What did I miss? Something earlier on. Oh, that sucks. I missed a piece of media. Not that big of a deal. I'll go get it some other time. Oh, here we go. This may be a mistake, or it might be the right thing to do.
It took 11 years for Will to build the countermeasure. Beth died for it, and I knew it could fix the fracture.
This fucking thing.
The problem was, I didn't have a clue how to use it.
Yeah.
The only person who did was dead.
You go back and ask him.
But Monarch had a way of getting to him before that ever happened.
The University time machine.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the core here.
Monarch had built their own time machine above the CFR chamber. That's where I needed to go.
You still believed you could go back and save your brother?
Yes.
I'm assuming that he couldn't, but at the very least he could get the information from his brother. So we also have to remember there's a time machine out there, a cave somewhere, that can go back to what? The beginning of time? I wonder if we'll ever see that. You know, Hatch's time machine? We shall see. I mean, how hard is it to put a fucking door on here? I don't understand why
Paul
you
took the core of
be
the
like
time
this.
machine from the university.
Cheaper,
Hooked it
I
up to
guess?
his own machine. It was part of his sick desire for control. But that gave me one last shot at fixing things. I could go back. Maybe get to Will before Paul killed him.
Maybe.
And if I could get the countermeasure in Will's hands, maybe I could still turn everything around.
We'll see, bud, but somehow I doubt it. At the very least, it won't work out the way you think it will. This looks like a battlefield to me.
The core was set, the machine was prepped. I had to put the core door in place.
Actually, let's go get that carbine. Make sure we're all loaded up, and let's do this thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to fight here. Well, here's the entrance. Time to start her up. I guess we already know how to do it because we've done it so many times.
Okay, this should do it.
Deploying the corridor. Phase 1 underway. Please clear all personnel.
Whoa! Gotcha. Shit.
Moving to flush. Over. Copy. All units be advised. We have a situation. Be on standby for relocation to target sector.
Oh, there you are. Where'd you go? Probably keep moving next time. Where'd you go? I heard you. Where are you? There you are. Nope. That's a big boy. Whoop. That was close. Get up the stairs, please. I need some ammo. Hello, big guy. How you doing? There's two big guys. Great. Nope. You made yourself a target, bitch. Sniper up there.
It's fine, let's go.
Gotcha. We ready, boys? Try and flank me? Gotcha.
Corridor deployment confirmed. Corridor now ready for insertion.
Ah, yes, but am I ready?
Oh, you're welcome, you very slow machine lady.
The machine was ready. I just needed to put in the date.
Fucking machine lady, always slow. Where are we putting that in? Same place. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
The earliest I could go back to was the time that the core was first activated. At the university.
Not much time to rescue
Yeah,
your
this
brother.
isn't the 1999
I didn't
machine.
have a choice.
You better be as
Yeah.
advertised.
But well, that was the end of the level. Well. Time for some more time travel, baby. I ask my brother some things, and then he'll probably die anyway. Crap.
Get
Nope, I'm still here.
What's up, fellas?
That was quick. Man, I'm good. Why'd you cut them off, dude? I was wondering if I ever was gonna use that elevator.
HQ, we've got an intruder in the lab. Core extraction team is down, over.
All of them? How? Joyce is
Moving in.
fire, but avoid damage to the core at all cost.
Why don't I just
I got
blow
there
up the
after
core
the
right
fracture
now?
initiated. Too late to stop it all before it ever started.
But not too late to save Will. All you had to do was get to him in time.
Yeah, that was the plan.
HQ, we've got security footage of the Joyce brothers escaping through the server room on the lower level.
Raider Team 3, intercept immediately. Ready another extraction unit to remove the core.
It's locked. Gotta find another way out of here.
Well, I already know. I came up here for the Chrono source. Chrononon source. I think that is 6, and we are good to go. What was that anyway? More time stops. Cool. So then we need 2 for increased focus. The stuff that I don't use, time rush. It's cool and all, but
Okay, gotta get to the library.
we know where he'll be alive, so guess the
Prowler
library
Team,
makes the
ready
most
to heavies
sense.
in the underground parking. I'm not hearing any response from Raider Team 3. We may have a situation.
Oh yeah, you do.
Have to reach Will before it's too late.
Hatch was right. Should have.
There we go.
Raider Team, target spotted exiting the service.
Whoa, that made that really hard to aim. What? Okay.
Target spotted exiting the service.
There's a lot of explosions going off in here. I'm dead. Gotcha.
I remember that Will and I were heading to the courtyard when the stutter hit. That's where I needed to cut him off.
There's a bag. There's a backpack. Hey! What? Okay, so don't touch it. Good to know. I guess I'm gonna have to do that entire thing all over again, aren't I? No, I'm not. Well, that's good. But I think I'm gonna leave it here. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed my nonsense. If you did, a like, comment, subscribing, and hitting that bell icon would be greatly appreciated. This has been Boy Lag, signing off.